time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Now, I don't know why it's doing it again. Let me fix this the way it should be, because you should be able to see us right now instead of like 3 blocks. So let me kind of push something here. There we go. Let's adjust that. Perfect. Now, as for this chrono thing, I have to figure out why is it doing this, but you also got to understand. Oh, there we go. I just had to rebuild my system so that we can actually do a show tonight, okay? God.
It's always something.
Yeah, and I just realized that the audio is going through my speakers instead of the system like it should be. There we go.
Oops.
Well, to be fair, this happened like, what, 2-3 weeks ago?
Hmm.
So, anywho, let's get the show on the road, because this is kind of a long time coming. So let's go and enjoy ourselves. So, everyone who is here, welcome to Anime Jam Session episode number 703. We are that podcast that talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
I'm Ari Rockefeller.
And I am Mako-chan.
And welcome to our very interesting but slightly chaotic Christmas episode. Let's see. Barry is traveling for the holidays, so they're not able to be here. Wild Spice is recovering from Hall Mat, but I don't know how much recovering you have to do since you were VTubing, unless you were actually there at the con, which in a way is kind of understandable. And Koi said that she will try to make it, so we will see what happens. She might just burst in during the middle of the show, which is kind of typical for her, isn't it?
No, she's usually here at the beginning.
Yeah. And then something will kind of sort of, I don't know, break.
Well, with everything that's been breaking so far, maybe it's best if she's not here.
Well, true. Well, maybe so. Yeah, maybe, but you never know. There we go. I totally forgot when I restored everything. It didn't restore the holiday background, so. And I didn't even think to change the wallpaper, which is, I think this is the same one we've been using for like the last 5 years. So, you know.
I mean, if it makes a statement, so.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I really did do was I did change the wallpaper for the outro. That I did do to pay homage to Orange Lounge Radio. That I had to do. And Theo X75 wants to know if we're snowed in.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay, my instance of Discord is acting up. I gotta turn it off and turn it back on. See if that'll help it.
Go right ahead. It is the holidays. I'm not surprised this is happening. Yeah, Theo. None of us are snowed in, but I think we mentioned. I think it snowed. Didn't it snow last Sunday? It was a Sunday that it snowed. Might have been 2 weeks ago.
I think it was like a week and a half. I don't think it was.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
I don't think it was a Sunday.
For us, it was a Sunday.
Was it a Sunday?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I was stuck inside anyway. I didn't leave the house. I didn't even have to like clean off my car or anything. So
look, let's be real here. When it comes to working from home, all the days basically blur together.
yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you don't have any sunlight coming into your work office, you just have something covering it.
I didn't have that luxury of being at home while working when it was snowing.
I hear you on that, but for me, it's like when I walk in and out of my room, and it's like we have a new housemate housemate with us, so it's like when I'm going back into my room, I can see the light from his windows coming through the cracks of his door, but you can't see it from mine. And the reason is I actually have one of those dark blackout curtains because I have like this tall ass window, which is like, I'd say it's about 5 feet tall. And and even though if I were to move the curtains, there are no buildings per se that can look in, at least not for another good 3 or so blocks away. But I still don't want no one looking in.
That's fine. You're perfectly entitled to your own privacy.
I know. I do notice if I was in the room next door, which has 2 of those windows, I would still have those blackout curtains, but they would be the short ones where light would still come in, and I probably would leave the air conditioner in the window. Oh man. What a day. What a bit of chaos here, man. Listen. Anywho, how are y'all doing tonight?
Tired.
Very.
Yeah. I'm kind of hanging in there for the most part, so I can't complain too much. But anywho, let's get the show on the road and let's enjoy our Christmas special. And let's see what we can make. Let's see what we can make of it. We're live tonight, week of December 23rd, 2025, right here on Twitch TV. We're here live Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You will find us at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. We're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at VogNetwork.com. And you can find them at Twitch TV/VogNetwork. And come hang out in our Discord, VogNetwork.com/Discord. Every show that's part of the Voice of Geeks Network has a channel, so come through and hang out and have a good time. So there is that. So now that we got that out the way, I'm going to kick things over to Ari. So, Ari, how was your week and how was your day?
It was very tiring, mostly because I was working overnights at work. And I got the rest of my Christmas shopping done. But
that's good.
At work, you know that night when it was snowing?
Yeah.
I ended up getting in a car accident at work.
Oh, geez.
Damn.
Well, it wasn't bad. It was just, the roads weren't, treated that well, despite, turnpike and all that. But and I wasn't even going that fast, like not even 40, I don't think. But one of the front tires slipped and I lost control. And you're supposed to turn into the skid, ride it out.
Yeah.
And I just spun out and wound up in a ditch. I had to wait. Nothing was broken. No one was injured. I couldn't back the truck out of it. And I'm just sitting there like, ugh, well, that sucks. Didn't hit, I missed the guard railing. Apparently I missed a bollard sticking out of the road. It was like this big.
Ooh.
And like, there wasn't even a police report. The cops was like, fuck it. You're okay. The car's fine. Just go back and be careful.
Well, that's good.
Of course, I spent all the time, that day, like the rest of my shifts when I was on overnight, like dreading opening up my email because I, had to report the incident, obviously. But I was expecting a response from my higher ups, something along the lines of, "You what?"
That's crazy. No, I'd be like, "Yo, this is what happened." So.
Oh, that's exactly what happened. What I told them all.
Okay, that's good.
But yeah, other than that, it's just been work stuff and, just bracing myself for the holidays.
So how is the car, though?
The truck is fine. It was a company vehicle, not mine.
Okay. I was getting ready. I was like, "Oh, thank God,"
I drive an SUV.
All right, that explains it all. So I thought they was gonna get mad at you because of you were running late or something like that. Like, dude.
Nope, it was during work hours.
Okay, got you. All right, that makes sense. Mako-chan, how was your week? How was your day?
Okay, I guess.
It can't
You don't sound very sure.
The way you giggle, it's like, uh-oh.
No, it's just it's been tiring. I can't even remember the last time I was on for an episode because I had a cold and then I was dealing with pink eye.
Mm-hmm. Case in point.
Yeah. So I uh between being sick, and then the weather, and then being sick and all of that, I missed out on going to my work holiday party,
Ooh.
which means I missed out on going to the mall, so I could see the pop-up shop that I really wanted to go to. Um, but yeah, other than that, I think I have all of my Christmas shopping done. I think I have to go through everything and make sure that one, I got everything, and two, I got everyone that I'm getting gifts for something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I mean that's basically all I've been doing. That and playing Pokemon and watching a playthrough of Persona 5.
Is this like your fifth time watching a Persona 5 playthrough?
Um no, I watched Michelle
Mm-hmm.
play through when she was doing it.
Right. I was there for that. Yeah.
Yeah, then I played through it once fully and then another time uh basically until um right before the end.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm watching a full playthrough. It's 100% playthrough.
Oh, okay.
So I'm actually watching that off of YouTube. It's 15 different videos,
Jeez.
and each video is anywhere between 9 and 11 hours.
I don't have the
Damn.
patience for that. That's just as bad as that wannabe voice actress that sat there and did a scathing expose on Vic Mignogna that went for 11 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I have it playing while I'm working.
Yeah.
I have it playing while I'm reading. So it's not like I'm just sitting there and watching it because a good portion of it is just, leveling. So it's not even story-wise.
People got to learn to edit their stuff better. Pare down the filler and the
Well, here.
the nothing that's
No,
in there.
this is an actual
No.
100% playthrough.
Ari.
The game itself is just that freaking long.
Yes, that's what I
Oh, I
was going
know.
to say. That game is just. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know how long these games are.
See,
Yeah,
that's
if you want to play 100%, it's about 150 hours.
See,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
why I will not play the Persona or the Shin Megami Tensei games. Yes, I know they're great games. I don't have the patience to put in that much time. I mean, fuck. It took me like maybe a year and a half to finish Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I had like 60 hours on that game. I have like maybe 20 minutes, no, on Remake. I have 20 minutes in on Rebirth. And I played it like the weekend that it came out for 20 minutes and that was it. And then life happened. And I said to myself, I'm going to jump into this game once I finish Yakuza 0. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some games that I can sit there and I can play them through multiple times, i.e. Persona 5. But there are some games that, I can sit there, I can watch people playing them, but when I start to play them, I get so freaking bored. So like I have been watching long plays of the Zelda games.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the Zelda games, especially the 3D ones, are extremely long. But I can sit there and I can watch them. I have restart one of the Zelda games 4 times.
Which one?
Because I start it and
Breath of the
everything's
Wild.
going well, and then I get just so bored of everything that I end up not playing it again for a year. And then I have no idea where I am, no idea what I'm doing, so I just restart.
Yeah, I've been there too.
See, the only 3D Zelda games you'll get me to sit there and play until God knows whenever are the Hyrule Warrior games. So that's it. Those are 3D Zelda games I'll sit there and play all damn day.
I like again, I put them up on either Twitch or Facebook while I am working because it's, you know, just a lot of pretty music and a lot of pretty graphics, and I don't have to worry about the story because I've seen it so many damn times.
I'm surprised you didn't ask me to get you a copy of the soundtrack when I was in Japan.
Well, there's a collector's of I think Breath of the Wild.
No, I meant Persona 5.
Oh, I already have Persona 5.
Talking about the soundtrack.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have it on vinyl.
well, excuse me, princess.
Yeah, no, I have shown it off on here.
I forgot. Okay, sue me.
But yeah, there's a collector's Zelda one that on vinyl that's out that I really want.
To be fair, the jazzy music from Persona 5 will be perfect for the Stoner's Lounge.
That is why I got it.
Oh god.
That is why I got it, just to be able to play in my bar and lounge.
Now I want to visit even more.
Well, that's nowhere near done.
Yeah, you have to name it after this. You have to name it after the cafe, LeBlanc's.
No, it is not going to be in LeBlanc. It is going to be
Labong, B-O-N-G.
No. The last letter is
LeBlanc.
silent.
It is going to be Loki's Den. Anyway,
I can see it now. Loki from Supernatural. Tom Hiddleston Loki. Marvel Comics Loki. All three of them doing the Spider-Man pose at each other, pointing.
that is actually very similar to the background that I have on my laptop. It is a drawn version of Tom Hiddleston Loki from Supernatural, and Gabriel from Supernatural, who was pretending to be Loki.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. So my weekend day has been all right for the most part. I am actually on vacation from work for the next 2 weeks, and normally the way this would have worked, our Christmas show would have been last week. Then I would have been on a plane going somewhere for the holidays, whether it's to spend the holidays with a friend or my original plan to go to Universal Studios to hit up Epic Universe for Super Nintendo World, see if I can fit my fat ass in the rides.
Mood.
Yes, because if y'all didn't see the picture, or if you remember, I couldn't sit in the rides at Universal Studios Japan. But I still had a good time. I really enjoyed walking around and taking pictures and stuff. So even though a good chunk of the rides are like water rides and like roller coaster esque stuff, I really can't do anymore because of my issues or whatever. But it is what it is. But instead, because of stuff going on at work, I'm like, let me just reverse gears and just focus on other things. So here we are. But also, we had a system failure last week. So this week, you're able to see us on Twitch, which is great. And I love that. Something happened where OBS could not display the Discord screen. And after doing many uninstalls and reinstallations of OBS and Discord, updating the video drivers and going through all of that, deleting them and reinstalling them. There was something in Windows that was causing it. And for those of you that are on Mac OS and Linux, shut the hell up. Anywho, I can't daily drive either one of those OSs for the work that I do and the hobbies that I do. I cannot. And there is that. And don't try to argue that with me, please. Because I'll hurt you. So anywho, I'm like, okay, I have my flash drive with the latest Insiders build, and I couldn't wipe the drive to save my own ass. It kept erroring out. I tried it with 2 different sticks. So I went in, and for those of you who don't know, in Windows, starting with Windows 10, you could reset your machine. It'll wipe the drive and put a fresh copy of Windows in. The downside is, since I was in the Windows Insider build, it's going to revert it back to the latest update of the OS. So there is that. So that I did that, installed OBS and Discord, didn't work. Done. So I pulled the latest Windows 11 image, put it in, and it went off without a hitch. And here we are. I am not in the Insider's build at the moment. I am not beta testing OBS, Stream Elements, or Discord at the moment. I'm just like, this is stability. This costed me a day of streaming with y'all, and I'm like, I'm not going to let that happen again. So that is why we didn't have a show last week. And outside of that, doing some work and so forth. A friend had passed last week, so we went to sit Shiva on Friday, and here we are. And this is where we're at this moment. So, anywho, and Pod Culture is now jealous of you, Mako-chan.
Yes, I see that.
Yes. Oh, that's yes. Why don't you tell those who are listening what you're displaying right now?
Yeah, I know that I said a while ago that I got these, but this is the first opportunity I've had to really have them all out of their packing boxes. So yeah, I have the 5 Breakfast Club pops. I really, really, really like the Breakfast Club movie.
How many times have you seen it?
Really?
I can't even tell you how many times I've seen it. Anytime I've been flipping through channels, it's one of those movies that I have to stop and watch.
Pod Culture says, I can quote that movie word for word.
Yeah, I don't know that I would go that far, but there are definitely some very good quotes from that movie.
Would this movie be in your collection of VHS tapes I've worn out? See also TMNT the movie.
I don't think this was one that was worn out.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because it was at one point always on TV. So, did I watch it on TV a lot? Yes, I did. But yeah, so I have movie posters in my living room.
I can vouch.
That's like my living room is just, media pop culture kind of thing. So the posters are either movie posters or TV posters, and one of them happens to be for the Breakfast Club. I am switching where that poster is, because right now it does not have shelves above it. So I'm switching it over to where one of my other posters fell off of my wall, so that I have my pop shelf above it, so that these can go above the movie poster.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like my Supernatural one. So all of my Supernatural pops are above the Supernatural poster that I have.
Saying, how did it fall down?
The frame itself broke. So I have to get a new frame, and of course it was my Rocky Horror Picture Show frame. So once I get the new frame for that one's going where the Breakfast Club is, which is right next to my my To Wong Fu movie poster.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I have a little bit of rearranging, and I have to rearrange the pops on their shelves so that everything is a little bit more neat and put together. I have a lot of pop figures. Holy crap.
You're such a
Really? I would have never guessed.
you're such a fruit fly there, Mako.
What? Just because I happen to like gay cultural movies or, LGBTQ plus cultural movies, does not mean anything because they have great actors in them.
I'm not saying that as a bad thing, okay?
I mean, To Wong Fu, I'm sorry, but Patrick Swayze looks hot in a dress.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Patrick Swayze really pulled off being able to be a drag queen. Wesley Snipes, not so much.
And
What about John Leguizamo?
John Leguizamo did really, really well. Um, Even the various, training things that he ended up going through because he was a hot mess in the beginning of the movie
Mm.
and then was definitely queen by the end, but looked good. Wesley Snipes just did not look comfortable doing the whole drag and everything. And sometimes you could see that he, was faking it and not making it. But yeah, so there was a very long time where I did not watch To Wong Fu. Um, Mainly because of one, Patrick Swayze's death, and
Mhm.
two, Robin Williams' death, because he's in that movie too.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it's one of those movies that you really need to sit down. It has an astounding cast.
All right, next time I come over, let's watch it.
It sounds good.
And for some reason, because of this whole conversation, I'm picturing you as a green jade fairy with a long green dress holding a large green wine bottle. Okay? And wings.
Well, you say Green Fairy, you'd think it would be a bottle of absinthe.
Yes, exactly. I just couldn't recall what it was. It was coming to me. I picture
Yes,
Mako
Green
John
Fairy
dressed
and
like
Simpson.
this at a park, and then she hears the call of a young child, and the child is telling their parents that they're gay. Mako makes her way over and hugs the child and says, "Come with me. I have many, many movies to show you and TV shows. We're going to start with the Golden Girls."
So I am the fairy fruit fly.
Well, yeah, you and my other friend Robin.
I'm okay with that.
Of course! I mean, just saying, you know? Okay, and for those of you who are wondering, I this is actually a fitted Santa hat. I think I found this at Michael's. I think I did, and I'm like, these things exist, so I bought it and I held on to it because like every year I always buy some type of throwaway Santa hat or something like that, and that's what I've always been doing. And for also who are wondering about the Christmas sweater, it's fragile. It's Italian. It has yes, it has the lamp on it. My favorite holiday film, A Christmas Story, and I wouldn't even say this is a real Christmas sweater per se. It's more like a dyed
Long sleeve
fabricy
T-shirt.
sweatshirt. And let's be real, I think 90% of all these ugly Christmas sweaters are just dyed sweatshirts. So And it's either in this and my Sailor Venus Christmas sweater. Um, and the funny thing is, you can't call those the Sailor Moon Christmas sweaters quote unquote ugly Christmas sweaters because it's themed after all of the senshi, but there's nothing on there that shows like Christmas or holidays or something. It would be nice if it had like a holiday background with them on it, as an official thing. I know there are some sites where you can get those, but they disappear and keep popping up like weeds.
For me, it's either watching Home Alone or at the very least the honest action analysis of the first two movies that shows you just how much pain and suffering and death Marv and Harry would have taken.
Mm. And to go to what Pod Culture says, A Christmas Story is a god-awful flick, especially if you worked in a video store where it ran on a constant loop. Okay, let me just say this. I understand that part. I do. Especially the fact of working in a video store. Because I used to work in a video store for about 3 years. And I've had all types of movies on repeat. But A Christmas Story, I absolutely love it because it went against the grain of your traditional Christmas films. It's like, well, the dumb shit that can happen actually does happen, And I am one of those who have actually sat there and watched the marathon. Oh, I used to watch.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah, I've watched the marathon every year for a few years. I actually have the movie on DVD and Blu-ray, and I have the musical. So I'm just saying, for me, from my point of view, it's a god tier movie, followed right by Bad Santa and the Santa Claus and Santa Claus the movie. But I will
the noise that Joe Pesci makes when he's getting his head blowtorched, that'll never leave my mind.
But I will say this. There are sequels to the movie, but there is an actual sequel that I highly recommend for everyone to watch called A Christmas Story Christmas. Peter Billingsley and Ian Petrella reprise their roles as Ralphie and the little brother. It's 30 plus years later, and he's dealing with the death of his father.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. You find out in this one his father died, and I'll ruin it anyway because I know some people aren't going to watch it. And part of the issue in the movie is he's trying to write out his father's obituary, and it is
because
Christmas.
because his dad was a piece of shit that we've seen on screen.
No.
Oh.
No. In our times, the way we look at it now, yeah, I can see that, but not really back then. But as the movie ends, Ralphie figured it out what to type on his father's obituary. So he typed it up and sends it into the newspaper. Come to find out, it didn't end up in the obituary section. It ended up on the front page.
Oh boy.
And everybody's talking about how great it was. They're really proud of Ralphie, how he memorialized his father. And Ralphie starts reading the obituary. And it leads right into A Christmas Story. The whole narration, everything.
Oh boy, so it was a complete full circle?
Yeah, because if you remember in the first film, he talks about how much his father loved Christmas. So he talks about that, and as the movie ends, it kind of turns into A Christmas Story and everything and so forth. So yes, it comes full circle, and that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love that film.
Well, I mean, he was narrating the first movie, so.
And also, while we're talking about holiday movies, Die Hard 1 and 2 are Christmas movies.
Mm-hmm.
And so is Nightmare Before Christmas. You can watch that twice a year. But for some, there are people who watch it every single day.
I
I mean,
plead the
can you really call it Christmas if you're not watching Alan Rickman plummet off of Nakatori Plaza
True, but Mako,
with his?
I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't referring to you. But if the shoe fits,
Yeah, well.
love you too. Okay, all right. Let's continue on because we don't have a lot, but I have something cool in store for us. I want us to try out, and I'll get to it in just a bit. So now we're gonna get into some housekeeping news. Just remember, podcast VODs are available on our YouTube page at youtube.com/anime jam session. Episodes are available Thursday at 12 noon. So definitely check those out. We're done with cons for the year. That's it. We're done. We're kicking things off for ZenkaiCon 2026. I will not be doing any panels because their social media team is a real piece of work. And that's all. I'll just leave it at that. But we are going on a 2-week hiatus, and we will be back on January 13th. Our first episode back will probably talk about stuff that we missed during the 2 weeks, and we're going to cover that, and then we'll just roll with the punches. So now that we got that out the way, normally we have assigned articles, but we're just gonna go round robin. Whoever starts it off, we just run with it, so we just do it like that. So I did make some slight changes. I found a couple of interesting stories here. So who wants to talk about Santa Claus delivering presents to penguins? I think somebody down here might be wanting to take that one.
Are they evil?
Yeah, I'll take
penguins?
it.
Say what?
Are they evil penguins?
No, they're not evil penguins. It's not Pen from Evangelion.
And they're not from Pittsburgh either.
Well,
Touché.
there goes the Batsmaru hope.
Batsmaru is just angsty like Sasuke from Naruto. Oops,
He's
did I say
actually
that out
went
loud?
evil too, but okay, whatever.
No, fair point, fair point. So whoever wants to kick things off, go for it.
Mako?
All right, you said you wanted it,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Go for it.
An event where Santa Claus presented Christmas presents to penguins was held at the Nagasaki Penguin Aquarium in Nagasaki on Saturday. A keeper dressed as Santa appeared in the penguin's tank where he offered food such as horse mackerel. The penguins quickly gathered, drawing cheers from the children. The event will be held on Sunday, Wednesday, and Thursday and scheduled to start at 1:15. So yeah, the penguins, the animal, yeah, they're cute and playful and fun to interact with.
I think it's kind of cool that Santa Claus, someone's dressed up as Santa Claus, is actually doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mako, why do I?
But again, you say penguins around me, and I'm just like.
But here's my question.
You know how it is.
Yeah, but here's my question, Mako. Why do they have to be evil penguins?
Because those are the only good type of penguin.
I suppose.
Mako, you can have the next one, I guess.
Oh yeah, talking about Gainax. That was a long time coming.
Yeah. So Gainax is now completely dissolved.
Yep.
Get in the unemployment line, Shinji.
Obviously best known for Evangelion. It did theatrical features in its early days. It's also had works like Gurren Lagann, Gunbuster. However, not all things have been good in the Gainax world, and now it's completely over.
Game over, man. Game over.
Yeah. So it was revealed in a statement by one of the studio's original founders, which was Evangelion creator Hideaki Anno. Anno posted about the development on December 11th on the official website of Kara, the studio he established in 2006 after leaving Gainax. According to the statement, as of December 10, Gainax no longer exists as a corporation, having been completely dissolved and liquidated. Sad but not shocking. Was formally founded on Christmas Eve in 1984, meaning that it just barely missed making it to its 41st birthday. Over the years, instability was one of the few near constants for Gainax. Established by college-age amateur artists who produced the fabled Daikon Festival opening animation student films.
Yep, I remember the Daikon intro. It's like a staple of anime.
Animations and whatnot.
Most of the staff was always clearly more interested in the artistry of making anime than managing the economic realities and responsibilities of operating on a professional scale. Shady accounting and tax evasion, yay, because, that's not bad. So shady accounting and tax evasion, whether to prop up the company's shaky financial foundation or simply for personal greed, that got Gainax's then president, Yasuhiro Takada, and the company's tax accountant arrested in 1999.
Whoops.
Yeah. In 2016, 10 years after Anno formed Kara, his company sued Gainax over unpaid royalties from Gainax properties Anno had been involved in, resulting in a messy courtroom dispute that ended in Kara's favor. 3 years later, in 2019, Gainax then president Tomohiro Maki, who was 50 at the time, was arrested on charges of taking nude photos of a teenage girl who had entered into a contract with Gainax in hopes of becoming an anime voice actress. This sunk Gainax's reputation even lower, with a subsequent restructuring, including the creation of a new board of directors with the goal of rebuilding the company. Anno, who was a shareholder, and Kara also lent support, but even these combined efforts have proven to not be enough to save Gainax. Anno said, "I am genuinely saddened, but quietly accepting of the situation. I wish to express our gratitude and respect to all of the individuals and organizations who have been working without compensation for nearly 6 years since the arrest of former representative director and president Tomohiro Maki in 2019. They filed for bankruptcy in 2024. It appears that most of the company's final months were devoted to figuring out where its assets, including intellectual property rights, would go. Without offering specifics, Anno said that thanks to the cooperation of all parties, the transfer of rights, deliverables, and production materials has been successfully carried out following proper procedures to their respective rights holders and creators. Following proper procedures is especially important, seeing as how Gainax, having been formed in a time of far less organized operations within the anime industry, wasn't always the best at understanding or recognizing exactly who owned what. Also in his statement, Anno says, regarding the Gainax of the past, I have already made public almost all of the stories that I can share, but there's something that once again feels regrettable, and I will take this opportunity to speak on it. He goes on to mention a civil lawsuit filed by Kara against Gainax regarding improper handling of rights and deliverables, transfers by Gainax's previous managers, saying that the matter was only finally settled in January of 2023, with an acknowledgement by the defendants of Kara's claims and an apology made. He asserts that during the lawsuit, which involved an examination of Gainax emails and internal documents, it became clear that Gainax had behaved dishonestly regarding its ability or intent to repay Kara for emergency funding it had provided to Gainax in a time of need, and that communications between Gainax managers showed a lack of respect for the staff and the importance of preserving production materials.
You think?
Yeah.
To quote Sandamiri here, tax evasion. What iconic Irish rockers haven't done that?
Yeah. He called out some people by name for false statements and dishonesty, all three of whom were among Anno's co-founders of Gainax. He says, I'd considered them friends since our university days. When I learned about what they had done, my feelings went beyond anger and into sadness, realizing once again that I would never be able to return to the relationship I previously had with them is profoundly sorrowful. Finally, I would like to express my appreciation to Yasuhiro Kamimura, a friend since my university days and the last president and representative director of Gainax. While the former management team of Gainax abandoned the studio's legacy and failed to take responsibilities for its actions or fulfill its obligations towards creators, Kamimura devoted himself to earning the cooperation and understanding of all involved parties to preserve the studio's intellectual rights and materials while dealing honestly with creditors, watching over Gainax until its demise. Thank you for for all your hard work. Thank you, Kamimura.
I need to get better friends.
Well, it's not just needing better friends, it's needing friends that aren't greedy asshats.
I mean, for all we know, that could have contributed to his mental breakdown.
No, the mental breakdown was when his wife left him, and then when he channeled that energy into Evangelion, and then everyone started loving Rei Ayanami. That's when he lost his shit.
So obviously, aside from Anno leaving to form Kara in 2006, in 2011, more Gainax employees broke away to create Studio Trigger, which, if you know Studio Trigger, that includes Kill la Kill, Little Witch Academia, Delicious in Dungeon, and New Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt.
Yup.
The last of those, incidentally, is a sequel series to a Gainax TV series that aired in 2010, showing that even if Gainax is no longer around, that doesn't mean that all of the franchises that began there have to come to a halt too, especially if, as Anno says, all of its intellectual property rights have been sent off to appropriate new homes.
Well, that is good.
Yeah, so basically, Gainax done fucked up.
That's putting it lightly.
Then they got a new president, and then they done fucked up again.
And Hideaki Anno started playing 4D chess with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, so basically everything that was part of Gainax is, from what they can say, because obviously they're not, going down the list and saying what goes where, but it is where it needs to be. Everything is back to who it should be back to. So hopefully some of those series that have been floundering or didn't get closure or didn't get a sequel or whatever can now come back and maybe live again. And we can see that, things like Panty and Stocking have done that.
Yes. But unlike maybe like Panty and Stocking, there will never be closure on Evangelion, no matter what. That show, you'll never get closure on that, no matter how hard you try.
Well, you might not get closure, but it's not like the franchise is ever going to fucking die.
True. And if you are a psych major, you could do your PhD thesis on this anime.
Wouldn't it be funny if the the official dissolving of Studio Gainax went out like the end of the Evangelion series?
And I can hear it's all come a tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down.
I mean, congratulations.
God damn it, Ari. I mean, it could end with Asuka.
Not gonna lie.
It could end with Asuka singing 99 Red Balloons. You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, Rama, you're next in line.
Oh, well, yeah, you know, because it is KFC, it is chicken, and it is Christmas. Now, before we go to that, Theo says Shinji should have squeezed harder. Well,
on what, Asuka or his dick?
I was trying to go there classically. But no, Ari, no. You just had to walk over and kick the damn gate down and say, it happened like this. Thunk.
Zip.
He wanted to hear that Slim Jim snap. Oh, you're a terrible, terrible person, sir. Oh, God. All right, so...
Did Shinji really think the broken neck would make it sound like friggin' Macho Man snapping into a Slim Jim? I shouldn't ask that. Somebody probably already answered that question, and I don't want the answer to it.
Is that what the Mythbusters did?
I don't know.
And going to Siatabiri, who was asking me if I saw the Kuromi and My Melody Skull Pandas. Skull Pandas are freaky as fuck looking, so no.
You have to understand, Mako's thing is Bats Maru and a Gretzko.
Even if it wasn't, the Skull Panda dolls themselves are just creepy.
Mm.
So even if it was any other character, it's creepy.
Lord Jesus, help us all. Take the wheel. So, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about KFC and Christmas in Japan. And I went through my files from my photos from 2023 when I went to Japan. I found myself sitting here like, wow, 2 years ago, I was in Japan. Good times. And I have a couple of photos, and I realized I took a picture of the Colonel wearing a Christmas suit, and it's somewhere in that album. I just don't know where it is. I'll probably find it later and show y'all, but I do have a couple of photos I will show. So we've been talking about on this program about KFC, Japan, and Christmas, various articles and so forth. Here and there, we will talk about the history behind it because it's a small little thing. And also, there are videos about this on YouTube, on NHK, CNN. It's a really interesting story. I mean, I wouldn't say for us, our tradition is the Christmas turkey or the Christmas ham, where we sit around together at the family at the dinner table, see A Christmas Story for further details on that. Well, we all know what happened to the turkey, but anywho, you kind of get my drift. But in Japan, it's something totally different. Christmas is a holiday there, but not a holiday as we regard it. Because when I was on the subway, I saw kids going to school, and that messed with my head. And I had to tell myself, oh, wait, I'm not home. Because I'm used to like working holidays, but I was not used to seeing teenagers go in their school uniforms. I'm just like, oh, right. Japan is a Buddhist Shinto country, even though there are Japanese Christians living in Japan, but they're like maybe like 2% of the religious population, but anyhow, let's get into this. So it's like this. Around December 25th, in a couple of days, families will gather around the table to eat a bucket of fried chicken for the occasion. And me, honestly, I think that is a good thing to do. Because I think most of us do what's called a Jewish Christmas, where we just order Chinese food or go to the movies. And I think a small squad going to the movies and ordering takeout and coming back home and eating, I think that's a cool tradition. But,
I've been leaning into my Italian side and having friggin' lasagna for Christmas.
I'm about that. I'm about that lasagna for Christmas. Fuck yeah!
I'm having calamari and eggplant rollatini tomorrow.
Don't you mean galamad?
Calamari.
With some prosciutto?
Yeah.
Calamari.
I forget you're not from my part of the
Oh
the world.
no, I'm just not Italian.
Oh, what she's basically saying, Mako's family is not North Jersey.
Oh no, my grandmother spoke like that.
Oh, okay.
Not an Italian bone in her damn body, and she spoke like that. But no, I am not Italian. I am Italian.
North or south?
Buongiorno.
My family comes from Naples.
I evidently slept through geography class, so I don't know where that is in Italy.
Further south,
Okay.
but not like south.
So you're the south that says, excuse me, that it's sauce and not gravy.
Correct.
And I guessed that one. So
Correct. And we put raisins in our meatballs, not pine nuts.
The fuck? Heard of either of those?
you're messing with Ari's Italian heritage right now, Mako.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of pine nuts. I don't even like my aunt, my mother's mother, will put pine nuts in just about everything. But her recipes are based on her husband's food preferences and where his family came from in Italy. But yeah, depending on where you live will depend on if it's a traditional just tomato-based sauce or if it's a meat bolognese type sauce, because the North had more in the had more of the meat production.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, my family from forever has put raisins in their meatballs. And they are freaking delicious.
Have I had those?
I don't know.
I think you need to make some.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ask your mom, and she pulls out the big Italian cookbook, and blows all the dust off of it, and it is yours now, my child.
I don't know. Most of that stuff is already in my head.
And I think the discussion of meatballs broke pod culture. Because his response is, the hell?
Yeah, I mean, everybody in Italy has their own recipes for everything.
It's like when you... excuse me.
I can say that it was one of my family members that came up with the margarita pizza. That is a known fact, which is all kinds of awesome.
It's sort of like when you go for Mexican food, and if you go to a different Mexican restaurant, the food is kind of the same, but it's slightly different because it's from a different that family that runs that restaurant is from a different region of Mexico that does things a different way and so forth,
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's like the way I grew up
Do
in the
you know how many different versions of empanadas there are?
right now.
Yes,
I mean,
There,
there's yes many.
like
yes.
I had a discussion with a couple of people before about making collard greens, and one person's like, "We do it this way," and I just looked at him funny, like, "Who raised you?" But it's their family, their recipes, and the way I was raised, we did things differently. Same thing with like oxtail. I mean, like, which is one of my favorite foods. And when I go looking for it at a restaurant online, and I see like a lot of the West Indian Caribbean places that do it, I'm like, I have never had oxtail in this way, in this aspect. My family is from the South, Virginia, North Carolina. We cook things differently, and I'm more used to it like this. Like for me, oxtails, rice, and a side of baked mac and cheese, and that was it. That was and some collards, and you were golden. But anywho, we have waylaid, so let me try to pull things back on track. So orders for buckets of deep fried drumsticks and breasts. Okay, timeout Tokyo. Can be placed from early November, and even then you have to wait in massive queues that form outside of KFCs across the country on Christmas Day to pick one up. And I just want you to know, I didn't know you had to pre-order, and I'm on a line talking to another gaijin, and stuff like that. And we're on the line for at least a good 20 or so minutes before I was able to pick up something. I didn't get just to fully look at the menu, but I was able to grab something and go. And like I said, let me see if this one picture will show it. Yes, here is a display at a mall in Osaka about one of the different KFC meals that you can get. So, anywho, the whole thing about this can be about why am I saying Chinese? This whole thing regarding KFC goes back to 1970. A manager of the first KFC in Japan that opened in Nagoya, Takeshi Okawara. And when I was in Nagoya, I didn't even think about it. I should have seen if I could like find this first KFC if it's still there. But anyhow, the company line is that Okawara had a dream about selling a party bucket full of chicken, and he started a one-store campaign to boost sales. The reason why he had the dream in the first place is that he allegedly overheard an expat saying that they missed eating turkey for Christmas and that chicken was the next best thing during the festive season. Okay. Whatever the case may be, Okawara's venture came to set the tone for Christmas in Japan for decades to come, especially after the winter of 1974. The fried chicken party bucket went national with the slogan, "Kentucky is Christmas," cementing the connection between fried chicken and Christmas in the minds of many Japanese. The lack of the Christian traditions associated with Christmas in Japan, and perhaps Colonel Sanders bearing a striking resemblance to Mr. Claus, especially when given a Santa hat and a red clothing makeover. Yes, during the holidays, there are KFCs that have a giant statue of the Kentucky Colonel outside holding a bucket of KFC. And during the holidays, you'll see this same statue of Colonel Harlan Sanders dressed up as Santa Claus. So if you ever see art or whatever, like pictures you think it's a fake, oh no, it's real. It's real. So. But how big of a deal is this? Apparently, a third of KFC's yearly sales big. It's hardly a cheap experience either. The standard party box with 8 pieces of chicken, a meat gratin, and a strawberry vanilla mousse cake. It runs you 4,990 yen when booked in advance. So,
I can't imagine what it's like, day of.
Well, I can say I was not able to get like a party bucket like that, but like I said, there was a wait for about 20 something minutes for me to get something to eat. So, and right now on the current conversion rate, that will run you about $32 and change. Add 10%, which would be the tax, so it probably comes out to about $35. So to make life more convenient and lucrative, KFC has also spread Christmas out to include the days leading up to the 25th, just to be able to cope with the chicken frenzy. Considering that Christmas is not a national holiday in Japan, and most likely will never be unless Colonel Sanders becomes an honorary citizen, it's for the best. So I will say this, if you are in Japan around that time, go for it. You're going to have to wait a little bit, but personally, I think it's well worth it. And I'm going to post a picture of, of the meal that I got. As soon as I can pull it up here, because I know I saved it. Where are these image photos? All right, I gotta double check these. Okay, HI. Let me do it this way. All right. All right, let's take a look here. Yes, that's at my desk there. That's my Surface, my old Galaxy Watch 4 charging, and my LTT tech sack back there. And the bags, the orange bags to the far right, is stuff I bought from the Pokemon store in Osaka. But right there in front of you is like an orange drink. It was a carbonated orange. I think it was like a lemon soda. It was really tasty. Some French fries and a chicken breast. And I think because of the medication I was on at the time, plus with all the walking I had done, and I had snacked on something before, this was quite filling. And as I've said,
It looks all right.
Yeah, I have never had KFC chicken that good in like 30 years.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder what the secret is to Japanese KFC that makes it better.
Simple. Better food sustenance, better food quality standards.
Oh, I guess it is that easy.
Yep. All right, moving along. Now I hear there is a recall for Pocky in Japan. What happened here, people?
Do you want me to take this one?
Somebody.
Yeah.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
You want to?
All right. Let me bring it back up here. Yeah, so starting around the middle of October, a large number of Pocky buyers in Japan have been reporting that the Pocky tastes different. Yeah. Flavor wasn't stale or rotten, just somehow off in a way that didn't have a unified description for those who encountered it. Since it was strange because even if Pocky maker Glyco had been bold enough to try tampering perfection, marketing teams usually try to trumpet tweaks to long-standing recipes as exciting improvements, like Asahi did when it updated the recipe for its super dry beer for the brand's 35th birthday. But it turns out that Glyco had made no changes at all. People had been reporting that Pocky tasted funny and weren't imagining things. After hearing about the off-tasting snacks, Glyco launched an investigation in a manner to determine that cocoa beans used to produce Pocky's chocolate coating had been stored in an external logistics company website. External logistics company's website for 8 months. It was stored in close proximity to aromatic spices. They've been kept close to the warehouse's inventory of cumin and cloves. Neither of one is known for having a bouquet that meshes well with the sort of straightforward sweetness of Pocky. The ingredients that have been stored close enough to each other, the scents of the cumin and cloves managed to attach themselves to the cocoa beans before they were shipped off to Glyco's factories. And once the beans were put into the production process, the olfactory effects of the cumin and cloves were carried to their final product, influencing its flavor and producing the off-mark taste that Pocky customers have been reporting. It's perfectly fine for consumption and poses no health risks to those who eat it, but while cumin clove chocolate does sound like the kind of sort of thing you might find at a Rofu Ginza chocolatier, charging exorbitant prices for its creative confections. Glyco understands Glyco understands when it comes to Pocky, people want it to taste like Pocky. And so they recalled 6 million units of a total of 20 different chocolate products, including pardon me, Pocky chocolate, Pocky Gosubobu, Gokusobu Pocky chocolate in 8-pouch pack, business use Pocky chocolate, Pocky prize version, sales promotion Pocky, Fuyu no Kuchi Doke Pocky, giant Pockies, giant dream Pockies, Pocky Megami no Ruby, Pocky Otoma no Kohaku, Kobe roast chocolate Hojin cacao, roast chocolate Gaofer, mental balance chocolate GABA milk, GABA milk reduced sweetness bitter, Liberia bitter, and Liberia milk. But no, pardon me, no boxes of Machka Pocky appear to have been affected.
Thank God for that. The little things.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of anything like green tea tasting, so
Green tea. It's like an acquired taste to me. Like I actually have like a small container of matcha in the fridge, and sometimes I will like, depending on how I feel, I will go and I'll take out the kit and I'll make myself some matcha tea and I'll go back in my room and drink it. So.
Okay, well, the reason I asked if I was to do this last one because I have to get out of here because I still have to get up at 4 in the morning.
All right, go for it, man.
It was nice seeing you guys again. Mako, I hope you like your Christmas gift.
I do like it, and I will either send yours, or if you are definitely coming out for that Saturday, I will just give it to you then.
Okay, we'll decide in like tomorrow or something.
All right, sounds good.
See you guys later.
All right,
Later.
All right. Since we're coming down towards the end, let's just pick one more story because I have some holiday questions I want to pick your brain with that you might have fun with. So.
All right. Well, do you want to do one last one, or
you could take the last one since I'm going to be doing like these bunch of questions that I have here.
Okay.
Anyone?
Well, there are 3 stories left. I'm going to do the last one.
I had a feeling it would be the last one. Sake bomb. Sake bomb. Sake bomb. Sake bomb. I have not watched that video in years.
Yeah, so a Tokyo train station platform is transforming into a sake bar with hot drinks, hot oden, and hot kotatsu. It is a limited time event.
Before you continue, I just want to say I've had oden before, and it's absolutely delicious. And I'm kind of sort of in a hunt to find a local Japanese restaurant or izakaya here in Brooklyn or Manhattan that actually serves oden. I want to. I just want another bowl of it. It was just so good. Maybe if we're going to Mitsuya, maybe one of the restaurants there has it. I have to check because I can wait.
I'm pretty sure that I saw that one of the restaurants does ramen and oden.
I'm about that.
Yeah, so last month the downtown Ryogoku station in Tokyo was treated to the sight of a giant blue sumo wrestler stopping a train to protect a cute kitty. That event was courtesy of Sony's PlayStation team. However, it's not going on anymore. Right now, which is an annual winter tradition, they are hosting Oden Day Atsuken Station, which is a 4-day celebration of 3 of the best ways to cope with the winter cold in Japan. Oden, which is meats, vegetables, fish cakes, and tofu simmered in dashi broth. Atsuken, which is hot sake, and kotatsu, which are the traditional low tables outfitted with heaters and blankets to keep you nice and toasty. So there are so the kotatsu are set up in the station's number 3 platform. and oden and atsuken will be served for you as you enjoy sitting at them. It is not a station. The number 3 platform is not being used any longer for passenger trains. This stopped actually 3 decades ago. So it does give an opportunity for various, events to occur at that particular junction. It is not cheap sake either. It is award winners from the All Japan Hot Sake Contest. It honors the brews best suited to being served warm, as not all sakes are suited to be warm. It has knowledgeable servicing staff that are ready to help even total sake newbies find the brews that are best suited to their palates from a selection provided by brewers in Yamagata, Aomori, Gifu, Chiba, Akita, Tokushima, Fukushima, and Iwata. So this event is happening between January 29th to February 1st with 1-hour sessions. So obviously it's 2:30, 3:50, which gives time for people to leave and then come in. 5:10, 6:30, and 7:50. So yeah, it's only 3,500 yen, which is about $23, and includes what the organizers are calling a starter pack of mixed oden serving and 10 drink vouchers, with the apparent implication that more can be purchased on site if you're still hungry after that. 10 drink vouchers. That's a lot of fucking sake.
But you also got to understand it's probably the little cups of sake.
Oh, I get that it's, they're not going to give you the entire bottle of sake. It's just going to be cup size. Sake, especially warm, can be very potent. So that's 10 drink vouchers. That's quite a bit. But yeah, so advanced reservations started yesterday. I don't know how popular this type of thing is, but I would assume it is very popular, seeing as how it happens once a year and continues to happen. But yeah.
All right.
If you are in the area or interested in doing something like that in your winter Japan travels, check it out.
Definitely. I should talk to Bob Coffey and see if. No way, he's going. I think he's going. He might be in Japan now. So I'll ping him and see. I know that would be something that he would be interested in, but I don't think he's going to be there that long enough for that. All right. So the last thing we're going to do, we're not doing Meanwhile in Japan. I should have just done the show around these questions because I did not realize how long it would take us to get through some of the stuff. So I'll only do a couple of them. So these are more or less holiday questions. I got this idea from another podcast I listened to, and I'm like, that's a little bit more fun. So, Mako-chan, pick a number from 1 to 6.
4.
Number 4. You have to help Santa deliver Christmas gifts. What anime or video game vehicle would you drive?
To help Santa deliver Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
What would be the definition of vehicle?
Try me.
Would mecha be considered a vehicle?
I see why not.
Then just to be able to pilot it, Death Scythe.
I could see that. A desk guy flying around the world with a big old Santa hat delivering gifts.
Yeah.
For me, I would have to summon Ryohoki.
Very good. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. At least that way I could program it as we're flying over, drop them down with little parachutes and stuff like that.
And we can sing karaoke as
So,
it's happening.
yes, we could. Attenchi Muyo Christmas. Okay. I will pick number 3. Even though I know these questions, I'm just trying to be meticulous and as I can. Now, question number 3 is, as a kid, did you ever get that one holiday gift that you wanted? And I can say for myself, I did, because all I wanted was a Nintendo Entertainment System for Christmas. I happened to come home from school one day, and I just saw it sitting there on the bed, and I just completely lost my shit when I saw it. So. And truthfully, that NES kept me out of trouble for years. Well, the type of trouble where I did end up in jail, but you know. What about you, Marco?
Yeah, I would definitely say that there were many Christmases that I got what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then many Christmases that I got more than I needed.
But what was one gift that you wanted that you got?
Oh, geez. I have gotten, let's see. My mother got me the Nintendo 64.
Okay.
I really, really wanted it. So she bought that for me for Christmas, bought me a couple of games to go with it. And you have to remember at that time, the Nintendo 64 games were freaking crazy outrageous.
Well, for the record, the price of N64 games are basically around the price of current generation games now.
Yes, but you have to take into consideration how much 70 something dollars was back then versus how much 70 something dollars worth is now.
And also the fact that if the game was on Sega Saturn or PlayStation, it was generally $20 cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know why the Nintendo 64 games were that expensive. But yeah. So on top of that, we then went the day after Christmas to Toys R Us to purchase more Nintendo 64 games.
Well, I think you know what it is, because at the time it was easier to just take the code and burn it to a disc, because during that time CD and DVD CD burners were coming down in price, and the price of blanks were like pretty cheap. You can get a 10-pack for like $20 ergo. Whereas a cartridge, you had to actually burn the code to a chip and then slap it together. You know, it was like that. All right. I guess we could do 2 more questions and get out of here. 3 and 4 is already picked, so you have 1, 2, 5, 6.
Let's go with number 1.
You're going caroling. Which 3 anime or video game characters would you sing with?
Oh, damn. That's really hard because most anime voice actors in Japan.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm just saying just the characters.
Yeah, but still, some of them have really good voices.
Fair, you know.
Because they are, their voice actor has a really good voice. Character-wise, I'm going to go with Duo from Gundam Wing. because, I'm already using Death Scythe, so he might as well hang around.
Mm-hmm. Stumped you, didn't I?
Let's go with Makoto from Sailor Moon.
I had a feeling. I knew she was on your list. I knew she was on your list.
And we'll go with... Let's go with Washu.
Okay. All right. All right. For me, it would have to be Shampoo from Ranma One Half because I liked her voice when singing with Doko. Second girl, Yoshiko Tsushima from Aquar's Love Live Sunshine because she's my girl. So yeah. And then third girl would be Nozomi Tojo from Original Love Live, part of Muse. Those would be my three. Wrong window. All right, now I have one more here, so it's 2, 5, and 7. No, 2, 5, and 6. Number 6 would have been what is your favorite Christmas movie, which I kind of gave that away, so we're not going to go with that. Save that for next year. I'm going to go with number 2. What was the worst Christmas gift you have ever gotten? And I can tell you this right now because I have told this time and time again. I got a sandwich container as a Christmas gift. Swear to
Yeah,
you.
That one.
What?
Said, yeah, I was there for that one.
Yeah, yes, you were. I was with my old roommates. We did a gift exchange. I got them really nice stuff. One of them, I think it was even wrapped.
It was wrapped.
Yeah. And I unwrap it. It was a plastic sandwich holder. And it could hold 4 sandwiches. No, 2 sandwiches. And the price tag was still on the container. And I think it was like $3. I mean,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I would have at least gotten a Sharpie and just kind of marked it out, but still. I mean, I believe in giving practical gifts. Like, as we were going to cons and stuff, if I saw Mako having to plug in her phone, her watch, and her tablet in different outlets and stuff like that, I would get her like a mobile charger where it plugs in, the cables are there, and you can put your phone on it, you can put your watch on it, like a little portable mobile charge station. That is a practical gift that you can use whenever or all the time. So a terrible idea that was like, well, I saw that your cables were frayed, so I got you a charge cable. And it's not a fancy one off of Amazon. It's just one I had laying around. There's that. Okay, all right. We're done. It is late. We are going to get out of here. We're going to kickstart our holiday vacation. So let's see if I can find our track here, which I did find. And let me see if it plays at the right level. Okay. Okay, that's perfect from Digimon. So we're gonna get up on out of here. So if you like the show, tell a friend. They in turn will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. So what we like and don't like, we're telling you straight up. So if you have any questions about the show, please drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to listen to you. please visit our website at animejamsession.com, which is back up. I have to make the post about it. We're on our website. You'll find our weekly podcast. You'll also find anime reviews, editorials, cosplay tips and tricks, cosplay interviews, convention reports. You'll find links, external links to our cosplay coverage, our convention coverage, all that and a lot more at animejamsession.com. So please swing by and show a little bit of love. And if you do like the podcast, please subscribe to it. You can find us on Anchor FM, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Pod, anywhere you get your podcast. And if there's a certain app that you get your podcast from, we're not on it, please let us know. We'll do our best to get listed over there. Follow us on our social media pages. It's Anime Jam Session on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky. And to those of you who follow us on those, thank you so much for your love and support. We really appreciate that. And if you're still here this far, care to throw a couple of bucks our way? We really appreciate that. Down below is our direct link to our stream elements, our Streamlabs, and our Ko-Fi. You can cheer us on with bits in the chat. You can also sub to the channel and give out gift subs and so forth. So that is it. So now I'm going to kick things over to Mako-chan for last words. So any last words for the day, for the year?
Have a wonderful holiday season. Don't do anything too crazy. Be safe, be well, and enjoy yourselves.
My last words is I'm actually doing Christmassy stuff with a friend tomorrow. We're going to be drinking Strong Zeros and watching Die Hard, and probably a couple of more other holiday films. But also, it's the holiday season. Some of us are having a rough go at it, so be gentle and be kind where you can. So a little love and respect goes a long way. So that is it. End of the holiday list. We'll be back next year, 2026. New episodes, new fun, cool stuff. I'm going to say to everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Saturnalia, a joyful Yule, and anything else that you happen to celebrate. And if not, be content and enjoy yourselves. We'll see you next year. I'm Ranma.
And I'm Mako-chan.
And there's Starlit Creations with Happy Holidays. Aww. Happy Holidays. What's the other car holiday? I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Toyotathon?
Yes. Just so you know, we are a Toyotathon household, ladies. We do not celebrate Happy Holidays here, okay?
I am no longer a Toyota household. Sorry.
That's right. You celebrate the days of Nissan. Nissan Aquatica. If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Calliope's like, don't forget the Lexus December to remember. I can say this right now. If everybody on this stream pools their money together, we could probably afford to buy a rear view mirror for a Lexus. And it's perfect timing too, because I was just listening to Starlit Creations' Christmas CD album on the way home, because one of my favorite songs is My Only Wish by Britney Spears. So it came on, and I'm hearing this other voice on top of Britney's. I'm just like, what's going on here? Why does that voice sound familiar? Why does it sound like that's my little sister singing Britney Spears? So I pull out my phone, and it said, and the tag, and the image, the folder tag image says, Last Chance Me You Christmas album. Fair enough. And I had not listened to this album in quite a while, because I have like 30 to 40 different Christmas albums, and I sometimes not able to listen to them all during the holidays because of traveling back and forth between work and other stuff. And sometimes I will go into like the first couple weeks of January still listening just because. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to listen again. And then I go back and I said, and I see on there, Volume 2. I'm like, where is Volume 1 and why do I not have it? Okay, for real, we're getting out of here. Happy holidays, happy New Year's. Be well and fair to your fellow person. And we'll see you around this time in about 2-3 weeks. So. Oh, yeah, we released a few, I think. Yes, if y'all did, please send them my way because I would love to listen to them. Okay? All right. I'm Ranma.
And I am Mako-chan.
Great fight, great night. See you all next year.
Good night, everybody.
Say goodnight, Mako-chan.
Good night, Mako-chan.
Perfect. Awesome. We are getting out of here. See you all next year.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!